Now, I hope you guys are all having a great day because we've got another solid 500 no limit session to break down here. Where, if I'm being honest, was a little bit choppy to start off, but eventually we did make some plays and, we ended the day on a high note with a nice little win. I'm also going to give in some advice on the fastest way to get better at poker online. And a lot of it just comes down to staying focused, kind of just sticking with it and understanding that there's a lot of variance to playing poker and some of the things you guys could expect. But bottom line here, this is going to last for about 20 minutes. You're going to want to stick around to the end because, like I said, there's going to be some good plays. You guys could also get on our newsletter now or check out the community we have, which is actually very helpful. And we're really growing that, so you can check that out in the pinned comment section. And if you guys could tap the like and let's get into it right here. Okay, 8-9 suited. Not a bad hand, obviously, to play, especially when we're this deep in a game. We did hit top pair, no flush to go with this, unfortunately, but not a big deal. Turn card was good, though. I definitely felt at this point nobody really had anything. So I put a little 26 piece out there. And let's see if player 6 made the call or not. I would have been fine with it. I mean, going to the river here, even if he had a couple overcards, no biggie. All right, it would have been a 6 anyway, so things definitely would have worked out there for us. Let's take a look at the table though. Looks like everybody was basically not doing great except player 4. He was up basically a double up, and everybody else was kind of just like break even or looks like player 2 is down a little bit here. So yeah, but yeah, we are gonna lock in here and kind of just do our thing. I did play a lot of hands in this, so you know, um, probably playing a little bit too much. Jack 9, I gave up right there. I easily could have raised that. I just kind of like let it go. Okay, on to the next one. I think this was actually a good hand. Let's see this. All right, yeah, King 7 suited. You guys are going to be disgusted by what happened with this hand. Now, I got completely lucky in this spot, and sometimes when you're playing, luck is on your side, and that's exactly how this one went down. Now I'm going to put in a 15 piece here. I think player 4 is going to raise us. Let's see what happened. Pretty sure he did. Now this isn't like a super strong hand. It's suited, which is good, but if you are going to make a call like this, it's usually against any like GTO type of strategy. But you know what? There comes a point, and I really am always saying this. There comes a point where you have to like deviate from just like one type of strategy and really just outplay your opponent. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is going to come down to, especially as you start to like play these mid stakes and move up. Anyways, we did flop a. I mean, we flopped the nut flush draw here. We also have runner cards for straights, which is really good. So happy about that. Clearly. Now we had a check here, and this is interesting too, right? Because 94 in the pot, not a huge pot just yet, but just a lot of good things could happen on the river here. We could bank the 5. A king hitting on the river could be good too at this point. Really hard to know. We could also hit the flush if the board doesn't pair, but this was really disgusting. We ended up getting the 5. So, you know, if this guy has an ace, which I'm really hoping he does, this play right here is going to look really bluffy. And he played his hand terribly if he has an ace here. Like if he has ace king, ace queen, ace jack, he's probably calling this. And like I said, he if he does, he played that hand terribly. And he called us, he mucked his cards. So I don't know what he had, guys, but that one definitely worked out for us. All right, next hand, pocket 7s. Oh man, I'm sorry, player 4. I feel bad for you a little bit, but you gotta, if you got something, you gotta be more aggressive, right? That's just not how you want to do things. Now we do have pocket 7s in the big blind here. Always nice to have a pocket pair in the smaller big blind. We're just gonna make a call here, and hopefully spike a 7. Right now we did not. Of course we didn't. I mean, come on, you guys know how it is. It's just so hard to hit a set. It would have been nice though if that 8 was a 7. All right, turn card was an ace. This pretty much made me feel like we're done with this hand. And I mean, could you blame me? I think we're done with this hand, right? We're giving this one up. Really know where to go with it, unfortunately. But it's all good. All right, player six goes with the 17 piece, and really no point to continue or try to raise this. It's like we're just giving it up. Plus, you had the heart draw there. He could have been going for that, which is possible as well. All right, next hand we had an ace four. And think, like I said, this was a choppy session for me. It's gonna get a little bit interesting though as things go on here. So like that's why I said just keep sticking with me here. All right, ace four just gave it up. All right, here we go with ace king. Now I think we had maybe ace king three times in this, which is always good. All right, so I flatted over to player five. Let's see what he did. Oh yeah, this okay. All right, so I'm not gonna say like a great flop. It's really not terrible though. Turn card with the three. Um, at this point, a part of me is okay, kind of like check folding this hand because, I mean, I would call if somebody put out like a little something small. I'm definitely gonna call to see a river card, but you know, I actually went for it here. Now, I figure if somebody has a pair of fives, maybe they're just going to call this, and we could still bank the ace or king if it's good, but we did it the king. There is a flush out there, which I didn't like, and I actually checked this, and look what this guy had. He had the ace two of spades. Oh, man. I dodged a bullet right there, guys, with player six. I could not believe that. Like, he flopped the straight and slow played it the whole way and got nothing out of that hand. That's not what you want to be doing, all right? Player six, pick up sticks, dude. That is not how you want to be playing. That is not good right there. That's just bad, okay? So don't do that. Um, yeah, I mean, he got no value out of that hand. And if he would have been doing something there, like on the flop, I was still going to be calling with the ace king. So, yeah, pretty ridiculous. Okay, but yeah, I mean, we could have lost a lot there. So thank you, player six, for for playing so badly. I really do appreciate it. And checking that river though, ooh, that was such a good check, guys. I think something just didn't feel right. I just couldn't figure it out. And I don't know. I guess in that moment, I just made the right read, even though we hit top pair there on the river. All right, so this is the third time we had ace king. I mean, how about that? All right, opening here, 1250 piece over to player four. Okay, all right, so here we go. We're gonna get raised here. I mean, there's only one thing to do here. That's all we could do. We are suited, which made that play a lot easier. When ace king is not suited, I always say this, it does make it a little bit trickier, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but when it's suited, it does kind of change the game up a little bit. Next hand, we had a king jack, which suited diamonds. Back to back suited diamonds, pretty nice, right? I mean, pretty awesome. All right, player six is going to kick it up to 1250. I actually just called this. We did hit top pair with a diamond draw, runner diamond draw, which is nice. Uh, now I just called this. The turn card was rough. Okay, put an ace out there. I kind of looked at this and I was like, man, like that was like the worst card. Plus, it's a heart too. So, but he kept it small, so I called. River card was a nine. And honestly, we're in trouble here. Pot's at 104. If he puts in a good sizing here, this is just really hard. I mean, we're beating some hands, king 10, queen jack. It just, I just got stubborn with this hand when I should have just let it go. And we lost. We lost. I should have raised the flop. That would have been a better play, but I didn't, and I paid the price. But it's all good. So kind of back to where we started, but it's all good because we stayed confident, kind of just pushing through the pain a little bit here, and we are still going to, do our thing. So 8-7, very ridiculous hand right here. You'll see in a second why. Didn't expect things to go like this, but we are in the big blind, and I do protect a lot of the time, especially from like a button raise. Now the button could be raising with, a lot of hands, which is why I made this call. Now we did pair the 7, ace out there, second pair. If he puts it in continuation here, I'm gonna call to see a turn card. Obviously, we did 2 pair, 3 of a kind. We did it 2 pair, so it's getting better. The pot is not building at all. Kind of just hoping he throws something out at this, and we'll take it to the river. I'm not exactly raising here, though. I'm just going to call and see what happens on the river. He kept it really small. So we just called, and we got to the river, and it was a 7 of diamonds. Oof, nice, huh, guys? All right, so check this out. So I checked it sneakily, hoping that he goes for value if he's got an ace here. If he hit the diamond like a flush, that would be pretty disgusting for him. But he put 14 out there, a little 14 piece. I decided, you know what, we gotta go for this. So I probably got a little bit too greedy here. I kicked it up to 114. So it's either I've got it or this is a complete bluff. I think that I was just hoping he had a hand strong enough to continue here. He didn't. So it is what it is, guys. We that's how the cookie crumbled right there. All right, but the next hand was also good. We got a king jack suited, so things are going to start to go in our direction after kind of going back down a little bit, and we're going to do this. So king jack, the last king jack didn't work out for us. This one's going to be clubs. The one we had before was diamonds. Hopefully we can lock it in right here, right? All right, player 6 kicking it up to 15. I'm going to flat this. He's actually doing this from an early position too, so he's probably got a pretty good hand. So here we go. And I think player 5 came along as well. He only had 126 left. So yeah, we were going to take it to the flop. Okay, yeah, so 3 ways and flush draw. Pretty nice. Be better if the board didn't pair here, but I'm not going to complain about it. We'll still take it. All right, we did hit the card we needed on the turn. Now I'm really just hoping somebody has like a pair of queens. I'm actually just hoping somebody throws something out at this point, All right, player 5 is going to think about it a little bit here. Player 6, I have no idea what he has, but player 5 goes for 15. I think he was just feeling this out. Okay, and I just called, so I slow played it. River card was a 9. Doesn't really change a whole lot. I mean, there's some sneaky sets in here, so I am aware of that. Pot's at 87. Player 6 is going to basically bet the pot, which made it hard for me to raise because if he's got a boat or something, I mean, we're in trouble. And if he has a boat, then he played it perfectly, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like all I could do here was call. So I did. All right, back to player 5. Okay, he had absolutely nothing. So the way we played that hand actually worked out for us. So I was definitely happy about that. All right, excuse me, guys. All right, and then we had a queen 10 here where, yeah, I mean, I played this one pretty good too. Pretty standard button raise here. Player 6 is going to call, I think. Maybe he raised us. I'm not sure. No, he just called. And then we had top pair. And we kind of went from there. But this was another tricky spot for us too. Turn card was a diamond. Now when he was like kind of like raising us here, I was like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Do you have a seven? Obviously, like the pot's at 100. I'm not going to be getting away from this hand. I'm going to make a call. I'm just hoping my hand's good, right? And it was. He had 10-8. So, anyways, that's kind of like the majority of hands here, guys. And like for the most part, we played pretty good here, but like if we get to the end of this, now that we're getting this, really the fastest way to get better at poker online is to stay focused, kind of stick with it, and watch more of these videos. You know what I'm saying? Also, check out the pinned comments for the newsletter and community. That'll definitely help a lot of you guys out there. As always, thanks for watching this, guys. We'll see you in the next poker video.